What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel.
Hi.
Kelly and Chase are out here helping. We got the race car back over here to the house. We got a lot of stuff we got to get accomplished. We got a lot of stuff we got to do today, and so it's going to be a multi-purpose day. So first thing, the reason I got the trailer door open and it's just not buckled up ready to go to Bradenton is because I have made a last minute decision to go ahead and do a gear change. I got a 390 gear in the car, and it's a quarter-mile race. I normally run 8th mile stuff, and I was, it's one of those things. I was like, okay, 390 will be fine. It's just going to rev a little high, and I'll just ease out of it. But looking at these cats that we got to race down there, I'm not going to be able to ease out of it. And so we got to change the gear. And so looking at the math, when you go into Wallace Racing calculators, 390 gear, it'll take about 9,200 RPM for this thing to be able to go 186 miles an hour. So I got a 373 gear, a 390 gear, and a 327. So 373 is going to go through the traps, 185 mile per hour, about 8,700 RPM. And the 327 will zing through there about 7,600 RPM. The ideal gear is a 355. I do not have a 355 gear. So the only choices I have are those three: 390, 373, 327. So my thought process, there's pluses and minuses to both of these gear sets that I've got choices of. 327, it's gonna lug the motor down through there. It's not gonna have a lot of RPM. Converter is gonna slip a little bit more, but I know for sure that I'm not gonna probably sling a rod out of it because of excess RPM. The downfall to the 327 is it's going to lug the motor. It's going to lug it. And so when you lug it, the converter slips more. And it also, sometimes it puts the motor in a bind because it's not accelerating. And so, there's a chance it could break a rod because of load, or it could hurt the motor. So it's, double-edged sword there, whichever one you're looking at. And the other thing that is interesting with a 327, I have not run that gear in forever. I have only run a 331, and that was a long time ago. And this is an off-the-trailer race, so we get no testing. So I don't really know what tune-up I got. I got some tune-ups that I'm pretty sure I can go, 355, 373, 390, and I can get it to go 480, 485 off the trailer in the 8th mile and then run out the back pretty decent. 373, that's a positive. The positive of a 373 is that I can get the tune-up, and I think it's going to be okay, and we'll be able to get down the track. So, the negative, of course, is going to be 8,700 RPM. So, and that's assuming I got 5% gear slip. So, if it's got more gear slip or more torque converter slip, then it's going to be worse. If it's got less, then it'll be a little bit better. Something that, hadn't thought of, I am going on slicks, not radials. So the slicks are going to grow. And so if they grow an inch or inch and a half or 2 inches, then that's going to act like it's got a little bit less gear in it. So that's a good thing. Okay, so what we got going on, I'm fixing to pull the car out of the trailer. I'm outside. I'm going to be working on the cold concrete. It's now Saturday night, 5 o'clock or so. This is a last minute decision. So hopefully it's the right one. So while I'm over here working on this, Kelly and Chase are going to be decorating the Christmas tree and getting it ready to go on top. So it's perfect. So that's the reason why the car is over here. I'm going to be doing the gear. They're going to be decorating the tree and putting it on top of the car, getting it all zipped up and tied down so that tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock we can leave to head to Bradenton to go race at the Christmas tree race. That's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. It's going to definitely be fun. It's going to be exciting. So we'll see what happens. All right, check it out. And I still don't know what gear I'm going to go with yet. So I'm going to get taking it apart. I'm going to get it apart, and then we'll make the final decision right before I put it together. What you think?
Let's go for it.
All right, here we go. Kelly and Chase done a fabulous job of getting the tree up there. I have only cut the wheels off. I have not held up my part of the deal. So tree is looking pretty good. It's kind of hard to From this way, yeah, you can see it from the front because you got them under the branches pretty good.
I think this is going to be our Christmas card from now on.
Yeah, I'll get some good pictures of it when we're in Florida. And then that way we'll be good. Good job, Kelly. Good job, Chase.
Good. And thank you, Bailey.
Oh, yeah, and the dog. So we're going to strap it down, so it's going to change the look of it a little bit. It's just going to get flatter on this side. But, you know, that's okay. That is what it is. That's awesome. And you see... Look at that. Now, from the side, it looks wonderful. That's freaking awesome from the side. Mm-hmm. It's just, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. And then from the other side, you can't really see it real good. All right, so they are done. It's a little too high right now to put the ratchet straps on. I think we're going to end up with probably 3 ratchet straps on it. So I think we'll be okay. But so now I'm going to go ahead and do the gear. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing taken out real fast. It's just so dark out here and it's cold, so I'm not going to show y'all any of that. We'll be back in a minute and we'll let you know what gear we decided to go with. Y'all make a decision. What would y'all go with, 373 or 327? Say it in the comments and I'll tell you what I went with. All right, guys, we're back on the ground and we're ready to go mostly. Check it out. From the side, it looks freaking great. The side shot is awesome on this thing. But I mean, I guess because they put the lights down in the tree because we don't want the lights to blow off. So I don't have much choice. We are going to get a bunch of zip ties too, and the zip ties are going to definitely help hold the lights on. From the front, it doesn't look bad. So that looks pretty cool. It is late. It's like 10:30 and it is cold outside, like very cold. Man, that looks awesome. They've done a great job on the tree. So if I'm behind, then you're not gonna be able to see much lights. But if I'm in front, the car beside me will be like right here. They'll be seeing that thing bouncing in the wind. It's gonna be hilarious. All right, we got it back on the ground. That took a lot longer than what I anticipated. The main reason it took so long is because I still couldn't decide what gear I wanted. And I went back and I looked through a lot of my data logs, especially the data log where I went almost through the quarter with the 355 gear. It went to 804 and I let off of it at like 7.2, 7.4 seconds. It was at 7,700 RPM. Now that was with a 355. So if you do the math on that, that one would have probably run out the back, probably close to 7,900, maybe 8,000 RPM if I'd have held it the whole way. Probably 79 to 8. And I think it would have probably went 178 miles an hour, maybe 100 and 180. I didn't have the boost turn up real strong. It was pretty slow early. I mean, it didn't go to 5. I think it went to 530, 534 or something like that. So it wasn't like it was super fast when it was early. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. I think we're going to be okay. It's going to be fun. This is going to be exciting. But the gear I did end up going with. 373. One of the reasons I went with the 373 is because if this car is still together and running next year, the other car is taking a long time to build. And so if I have to run this car, if I put the 327 in it, there's some no prep races coming up in February. So I don't have much time. My game plan is to get the other car done, but if I don't get the other car done, then, you know, it just is what it is. This car is still going to be running. If I had to put the 327 in it, I would have probably had to pull the 327 out to put the 390 or the 373 back in it. So that was one of my reasons as well, to save me a little bit of work later. I've got the rev limiter at 9,000 RPM. I plan on shifting it at 8,500. So on that run, when I run to 804, I shifted it real early because track wasn't so good, but I ended up shifting at, I think it was like 7,200. So if I run it to 8,500, I'll be further down the track when I actually get it in high gear. So I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be able to go all the way out the back. I mean, we'll see. I mean, the reality is too, with that tree up top, and I've got the branch, the base of it, so I can kind of see it. So, you know, you'll kind of be keep an eye on that. If I see that thing start moving around or something, I'm probably gonna have to let off anyway. Or, you know, the aerodynamics is not going to be the best, you know, with the the tree on the top. So we'll see how it works out. All right, guys. Well, y'all comment, like, and subscribe. We are heading to Bradenton in the morning. We'll be down there with Cleetus doing the Christmas tree drag racing. Gonna be a blast, guys. Y'all comment, like, and subscribe. See y'all soon.